Today we'll start solving equations with fractions. So you know how to add and subtract fractions, and you know how to subtract and add algebraic fractions. You also know how to solve the equations. Now it's time for equations with fractions. Okay, so let's start. We're gonna have a few steps to remember, and we need to follow algebra rules all the time. So you've met them a few weeks ago. If you need to, you can go back to videos and look at your notes. Okay, so and here we have x over 2 minus x over 3 equals 8, and we need to solve this equation. That means we need to find what x is. Okay, it might be x, it might be any letter on the alphabet, and here we have x. And in this case, when we try to solve equation with fractions, it's easier to multiply every single term, okay, by the lowest common multiple or lowest common denominator, okay? So first step is find the lowest common multiple. Okay, and the lowest common multiple for 2 and 3 is 6, okay? So then, when we have the lowest common multiple, we need to go to step 2. So multiply every single term by 6, okay? So 6 multiplied by x all over 2 minus 6 multiplied by x divided by 3 equals, so as you can notice, we are following the equation all the time, okay? 6 multiplied by 8. Once we have it, we need to go to step 3, what is simplifying the fractions, okay? Okay, so we have 6 multiplied by x all over 2, and then 6 multiplied by x all over 3, and 6 multiplied by 8. So first of all, we need to get rid of the fraction and simplify the fraction. So this line means dividing. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay? And then, once we have it, we have 3 by x minus 2 by x. That gives you 6 by 8. Now it's time for the next step, work out the brackets. Okay, and here this is very simple example, so just 3 multiplied by x is 3x minus 2 multiplied by x, 2x equals 6 by 8, 48, okay? Once we have it, that's time for the next step. So now we need to add or subtract like terms. So 3x minus 2x is just 1x equals 48, and we can just simply write down x equals 48, okay? Okay, so make sure you have this example in your copy and all the steps in your copies, okay? Okay, so let's try example number 2, and this is a bit more complicated, but we have our steps on the right top corner. When we will follow them, will be grand, okay? So first of all, we need to find the lowest common denominator or multiple. So for 3 and 9, this is 3, okay? So the lowest common multiple is 9 in this case. Once we have it, we are going to step 2, what is multiply every single term by 9, okay? So we have 9 multiplied by 2x all over 3 minus 9 multiplied by 4x all over 9 equals 9 multiplied by 10 all over 3. Okay, now simplify the fractions, okay? Divide them. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. 9 by 9, 1. 9 by 3, 3. Okay? Then, next step, work out the brackets. So rewrite it first. 3 multiplied by 2x minus 1 by 4x equals 3 by 10, okay? And now work out the brackets, so 3 multiplied by 2x, okay? Remember, number by number, letter by letter. So 3 multiplied by 2 is 6x, minus 1 multiplied by 4 is just 4x, and equals 3 by 10 is 30. Okay, so we are following the equation all the time. And the last step is just simplifying, adding or subtracting like terms. So 6x minus 4x, 2x equals 30. Okay, and now we do not want to know what are two x's. Okay, we just need to find out one x. So which algebra rule we can use in here? Okay, so 2x equals 30, and remember we need to divide by the number in front of x. So we need to divide it by 2, divided by 2, okay? And then next algebra rule says whatever we do on the left side, we need to do on the right side, okay? And now we have x equals 15, and this is the answer, okay? So bear in mind all algebra rules you've met so far, okay? And this is the last question, the hardest one. Okay, so the first step, find the lowest common multiple for 9. And for 3 and 9, that's 9. So lowest common multiple is 9. Okay, once we have it, we can go to the next step, what is multiply every single term by 9. So 9 multiplied by 2x minus 1 all over 3 minus, as it is in here, okay, 9 multiplied by x plus 1 all over 9 equals 9 multiplied by 4. Okay, now we need to simplify the fractions. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, 9 by 1 is 1. Okay, done. Next step, work out the brackets. Rewrite it and work out the brackets. So we have 3 multiplied by 2x minus 1 minus 1 x plus 1 equals 9 by 4. Okay, so in here we have two terms in the bracket. We have 2x minus 1, and then we have x plus 1. So you need to remember, if we want to multiply 3 by a bracket, we need to multiply 3 by every single term in the bracket. And the same in here, minus 1 by x and minus 1 by 1, okay? So you can draw the arrows, it's really, really helpful. And use colors, so 3 by 2x and 3 by minus 1. So 3 by 2x is 6x, 3 by minus 1, minus 3. And the same in here, minus 1 by x and minus 1 by 1. So minus 1 by x gives you minus 1x, and minus 1 by plus 1 is minus 1, equals, and 4 by 9 is 36. Okay, now we need to simplify it, okay? So group the like terms. So 6x and minus 1x, that gives you 5x. Then minus 3 and minus 1, minus 4, and that's 36. Okay, now what to do in here? Okay, that simple equation we've met a few weeks ago. So we need to get rid of minus 4. Okay, so whatever we do on the left, we need to do the same on the right, and we need to keep letters on the left and numbers on the right. So we don't need minus 4 on the left. This is wrong side for a single number, okay? We need to get rid of it. So we need to add 4 to one side, and we need to add 4 to the other side, okay? Remember, do the same on both sides. Okay, let's make it smaller a little bit. Okay, so plus 4, so this is another algebra rule you should know and follow, okay? What we do on the left side, we need to do on the right side, and keep letters on the left, numbers on the right, okay? So then we don't have 4 anymore in this side, so we have just 5x, and 36 plus 4 is 40. Now we need to follow the next algebra rule. We divide both sides of the equation by the number in front of the x, what is 5. Okay, so divide by 5, divide by 5. Cancel out. So x equals 40 by 5 is 8. Okay, so follow the steps all the time and write down all algebra rules you've met so far. Make sure you have all examples in your copy, and then if you have any questions, you can ask me tomorrow and we can do more questions on the board as well. Okay, so summarizing, follow the steps we've met. So find the lowest common multiple, then multiply every single time by lowest common multiple, and then simplify the fractions, work out the brackets, and simplify it again, okay? And you need to remember all the algebra rules we've met. So remember, we divide both sides of the equation by the number in front of the x. If you have, let's say, 3x equals 9, then another one, what you do to one side of the equation, you must do the other side as well. And the next one, letters on the left and numbers on the right, okay? So for today, that's it. And the learning check, please try to do these two equations. So follow the steps and follow the algebra rules, okay? If you have any questions tomorrow, you can ask me in the class. See you.